men's access to reproductive health care. One of those is Ohio State Senator Nina Turner. I asked her to explain her proposal.
Well, Senate Bill 307 proposes to guide men to make their right health decisions. You know, in this country, men have been preoccupied with the health of women, and I thought it only fair that we show men love. Female legislators across this country, we have abdicated our responsibility to show men love by making sure that we regulate their reproductive health. So in my bill, any man that is experiencing erectile dysfunction must have a notarized affidavit from a current partner. He must undergo a cardiac stress test. He must talk to a sex therapist to ensure that it is physical and not psychological, as well as keeping this record in his medical files. And then the doctor must explain to him some of the potential risk of erectile dysfunction drugs and other remedies available, including natural health methods or celibacy.
Now, is the purpose of this bill then simply to show that the whole debate about women's reproductive health care has gone beyond parody?
Well, it's bigger than that. It is about how women are being treated as second-class citizens in this society. It is about a right-wing Republican group that is determined to take women back to the dark ages. And since they don't care about people working, they don't care about educating our children, they don't care about putting this nation back on the right foot. You know, in 2011, over 1,100 bills were introduced in legislatures across this country. My goodness, if that energy was used towards lifting up the various states that these bills came through, what a better country this would be. So my bill simply shows men the love that they have not been receiving across the years in this country, and we want to make sure that we guide them to make the right health care decisions, because of course without government they wouldn't know how to do that.
And you're not alone in introducing legislation of a similar nature. In I think Oklahoma, there's these every sperm is sacred amendments or bills or proposals. Those specifically, I suppose, geared to the whole issue of personhood, this idea that a fertilized egg is a legal person. But what is going on then across the country? Why suddenly are we seeing so much activity around female reproductive health? What happened?
I think it's really revealing a lack of ability by policymakers to tackle the real issues. Women have been easy targets in this country and across the world, and hopefully our sisters all over the world will unite and to speak with one voice that women will not be treated as second-class citizens. But since a lot of the male leaders in this country lack what it takes to tackle the real issues, they are victimizing women, and we're going back in time, and it's a dark, ugly time in America's history and also in the world. But I can tell you today that women are not going back. We are going to continue to fight, and we're going to stand up for future generations of women, not only in the United States but all over the world.
Do you think this is simply though a matter of religion, or is there something else at play here?
I mean, they're using religion as an excuse. You know, the God that I serve gives free choice, and those folks who believe in the creator of this universe know that. He gave humankind free choice. So who are we to take away that free choice, especially when it comes to a woman's right to choose? What happened to personal liberty? What happened to freedom and justice? I guess all of that stops when it comes to the woman. So a lot of these religious groups are conveniently trying to use God as an excuse to oppress women, and we're not going for it.
Because, ladies, we got to show men some love. Fabulous bill. Because, ladies, we got to show men some love. Because, ladies, we got to show men some love. For far too long, female legislators have been abdicating their responsibility to look out for men as much as they look out for us. And so Senate Bill 307 does just that. So ladies, this is all for you. I just want you to know this. That a man would have to get a signed affidavit from their current mate declaring that they got a problem. They would have to undergo a cardiac stress test because, my God, ladies, we want to make sure that they stay healthy all along the way. They would have to have a long, deep conversation with the doctor because, God forbid, we want to make sure that they fully understand the risk associated with taking erectile dysfunction drugs. And just in case they don't get it, the doctor will let them know that there are other remedies available, including celibacy. Yeah. How about that? I mean, we wouldn't want men to have to live with the knowledge that they made the wrong decision. So we're going to guide them. Because without government, they wouldn't know what to do. And as we...
I introduced the Every Sperm is Sacred amendment as a way of bringing balance to the discussion about reproduction. For years now, I've sat by and watched as the legislature has rolled out time after time bills that further limit women's choices when it comes to reproductive care. But they never address the issues related to the fact that a man is necessary for a woman to become pregnant. So we're trying to define in the latest attempt, the personhood bill, we're trying to define a person as an embryo, when in fact the beginning, the biological beginning for personhood is the sperm and the ovum. And the embryo only comes when those two are joined. So for us to only talk about the woman's role in reproduction is disingenuous, it's disrespectful, and it's outrageous. And I believe the women of Oklahoma deserve better, and we're here today to talk about it.
Sperm is Sacred is the newest amendment by lawmakers out of Oklahoma, which states, any action in which a man ejaculates or otherwise deposits semen anywhere but a woman's vagina shall be interpreted and construed as an action against an unborn child.
Way to go.
That means premature ejaculation is now officially illegal.
And now it's murder.
It is.
It would be. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. This hasn't been passed. No, I think that we should actually take this a step further, and we should have, you know, kind of a shout-out funeral type thing for all of the sperm that was so brutally murdered.
Billions at a time.
Every teenage boy is a mass murderer. I think we should have a moment of silence every show for all the murdered sperms out there. It's my thought.
I don't know. A very long moment of silence.
Yeah. Like the whole show, possibly. Yeah. It could work.
I'm not crying for no sperm, but all right.
Right, space-wise. And so now I have this queen-size bed that takes up most of my room. And like my room is like full of this bed, and there's no room for the government in my bedroom anymore, and I'm scared.
We should not be here today. You should be in class or in the office or factory or any other place of your work. I should be in my clinic or in my operating room tending to my patients. My primary mission is to help Oklahoma couples realize their dreams of becoming parents.